oh foolish atom, how you fell from God's loving hands into my clutches. And there, you came to know true darkness. Oh, excuse me, where are my manners? My name is, well, I go by many names. I am the once proud morning star, the son of the dawn. To the Egyptians I was Ra, to the Babylonians I was God, and to the prophet Muhammad I was Gabriel. What wonderful irony it is that I was confused, that I was mistaken for my angelic brethren. Did you know that I am Michael? Yes, I knew the great archangel Michael. Even he trembled in my presence, for I was the light bearer, the greatest of all his creations, except for humanity. How could my Maker give his love, his mercy to a being that was so flawed, so corrupt, so vile? I was not about to stand for that injustice. I was created first. I was the crucible of perfection. No one rivaled me. I had no equal. Excuse me. So, I guess you know the rest of the story of how this fallen angel got his wings clipped, of how he rose his throne higher than the King of Kings, of how the great dragon led 1/3 of heaven's army against the daysman himself, only to be struck down by Michael. Oh, vengeance will be mine, Michael. And millennium after millennium, I engaged the one the Hebrews called Yahweh, the one they called God, but never, not even during the great angelic rebellion, did I face off against my Maker. Not until I met him. Not until I saw those eyes. Those eyes that burned from a world beyond this. Those eyes that held such power, such strength, such love, that in the innocence of a second he could scorch this very planet. But he didn't. The Jews called him Yeshua. The Romans called him Jesus. How dare he come into my house, my domain, for it was my right, my inheritance, that God's precious humanity was at my mercy, was at my disposal. But their curse, but their sin, they belong to me, and I was not about to let him take that away. So for 33 years, I engaged the one they called Son of Man. I tormented him in the desert. I offered food, power, relief. And he resisted, as if they were mere ash. I sent my finest warriors, my demons, to bring him to his knees. He rebuked them, as if they were mere shadows. Nothing can bring him down. Witchcraft, sorcery, alchemy, they all toppled. They all crumbled at his feet. Then finally in the Garden of Gethsemane did he fall. I turned his very disciples against him. I turned his very creation against him. Know how he died. For it is said if he can bleed, he can die. And oh, how he bled. The streets of Jerusalem ran red with his blood. They smashed his face. They tore his skin. And oh, how I laughed. How I rejoiced as the Son of Man, the Son of God, they bloodied and beaten alongside the road. And get this. Finally at Calvary, they ran 3 nails into his ankles and wrists and hoisted him on top of that tree for the world to see, for people to see. And there the champion of heaven and earth hung, bleeding, dying, alone, crying out to a God that has forsaken him. Except me. I stood there smiling, face to face with the man who I once called Master. But now on his last dying breath, I became the Master. A Lion of Judea, where's your power now? If I only knew. And there at Golgotha, those eyes that held the world faded into darkness. Darkness. Oh, how I remember the day when the God of heaven and earth took his final breath and plunged into the very pits of perdition. And there, Through the dead and the ash he waited. And then he reached out and ripped the keys of life from my hands. Oh, Nazarene, in 3 days you rose again, defying me, defying death. And there, in the shadow of your cross, I came to know true darkness. But then again, who does his people know?